Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Today, we're going to go really fast, skip across that lake on top of the lily pads. And the first thing I want to show you is an updated Google Docs of Bitso volume. And why Bitso? Because they are the preferred liquidity partner for XRP in the Mexican peso corridor. And this is the first corridor for MoneyGram. They announced that they would be moving money to Mexico. And so we see from the last time I showed this, it was updated through the 2nd of August. We now have through the 6th of August, and you can see there's a steady incline. So it is absolutely going in the right direction. The volume is growing. Yes, it's just a start, but it's very promising, and I just don't doubt we're going to see this continue to rise over the next few months. So if you want to follow on your own, Tenti Toshi, I'll put a link in the description below, but he is updating these Google Docs, and you can follow along to see how Bitso is doing. And I think you may not know, but as of the 1st of August, Bitso has a new license. They are now licensed to operate XRP-based XRapid transactions in Mexico. They are the first platform in Latin America to be licensed by Gibraltar Financial Services. And so what does that mean exactly? Well, the license will apply to transactions based on Ripple's technology XRapid. Bitso is one of the first exchanges that are able to move money through the XRP crypto cross borders while being fully compliant. So congratulations to Bitso on that. And we do have an official announcement of the dates that the FATF, that is the Financial Action Task Force, will be here in Japan. They will come from October 28th to November 15th. So through that 3 weeks of examination period, everybody is going to be trying to put their best foot forward in the way of anti-money laundering. The FATF goes to each country and they give evaluations. And according to those standards, they measure through a scoring system. And the last time they came to Japan wasn't so good. That was in 2008, and there were a lot of improvement orders, and they are this time looking forward to not have that same number of improvement orders. So this is a big thing for Japan. And announcing spring's investment in Equilibrium Connect. So this is this is always good because we can see an expansion of the ecosystem. This is going to provide new tools to make it easier for developers to integrate Interledger into their applications. So if it's easier and more people are using Interledger, there is going to be the birth of more use cases for XRP. So I really like this expansion. And Dilip Rao, well, let me just tell you, in a nutshell, cool your jets, everybody. So he wants to make it clear that yesterday's comment that he made on the faster payments system announcement that was made, please, he says, do not read any more into it. A, Ripple will announce any projects when public, and B, my role gets me excited about payment infrastructure because he thinks it is boring to most. So anyway, he wants to remind everyone to cool your jets. And my jets are cooled, and you can, if you went into any of those links I provided yesterday, you can see that if you want, you can look at each individual 16 proposals that were put forth to the feds to try to find the best path to realize their goal, which is to implement those faster payments. And so you can download any of these and look at them in detail. And if you're not interested in looking at them in detail, you can see that on the fasterpaymentstaskforce.org website, you do see the scorecard. And you can see Ripple's score is a little on the low side. However, I think it's interesting that from what I have been paying attention to everybody talking and tweeting out there. I think that there is going to be a system that has great interoperability, and I think that they're going to make a lot of different options on their platform. So I am still feeling very, very positive. And if you want to look at how the task force members provided comments to the QIAT. If you know this QIAT, it's a Quality Indicator Assistive Technology. It was developed by focus groups to evaluate projects. And so those members of the task force actually rated the effectiveness of the criteria that was used. And overall, the task force was in agreement with the QIAT assessment of submitted proposals, and as demonstrated in the scoring summary below. So there is a strong alignment overall between the task force ratings, so that's what we just looked at, and the QIAT ratings. So across the proposals, task force members strongly agreed or agreed with QIAT ratings at a rate of 90%. And you can see the actual score or the agreement or the assessment feedback that Ripple gave. You can see that they, this dark blue color is that they strongly agreed with the outcome. This is agreed with the outcome, quite high, just a little bit of disagreement, probably in some minor points, and almost no disagreement whatsoever. In fact, yeah, the one company that scored the highest, actually their feedback is very, very similar to Ripple when it comes to the strongly disagreed portion. So Momo was the highest in the disagreement, along with the thought matrix people behind that proposal. Anyway, I think it's quite interesting. So we have to assume then, well, I don't like to assume, but we have to make some assumption that the scoring system or the rating of all the proposals seems to have been correct. All right. And now, you know, SBI Remit, they are going to have their 9th anniversary celebration, and they have a new campaign. This is going to start on August 10th through August 31st. SBI Remit is important. This is the arm that has MoneyTap under it. It is also the arm that works with MoneyGram in 200 countries. It's also the arm that works with RippleNet technology to Thailand. So with this campaign, they are going to, it's kind of funny what they decided to give away. They're going to give away 30 Apple Watches or 200 awards of approximately $50, or you can win 500, well, 500 will be given out, or you can win a package of 5 kilograms of premium rice. So anyway, that's a lot of giveaways, actually. 5, 6, 730 different winners in their 9th anniversary campaign. Yeah, I like it. I like campaigns. Yeah, campaigns are fun. And keeping with SBI Remit, now this has got me, you know, very interested, because I listened to not the podcast, it was the video interview with Mr. Tomohiro Yamagachi. He heads up the SBI Remit, the fintech portion of SBI, and he talked about some projects going on in the Middle East. So I, of course, was trying to search that out and see if I could find anything about that. But what I did find is that here on Monday, they have posted a new business developer, and that is somebody who is outside of Japan, because they are looking for an English speaker. You only have to have a little bit of a low-level Japanese business English, but you will be involved in the payment services and international remittance services, and they are expanding not only in Japan but also in foreign countries. This is fantastic. We're hiring new members who have great abilities in corporate or a wide range of services and develop new business. So the job description is they have to plan strategies for international business development. You have to promote blockchain for the business globally. And let me show you this. It falls in the industry of telecommunications. That tells me for sure this is MoneyTap because it is the mobile application that is under the SBI Remit umbrella. And so this is MoneyTap going international, everybody. I'm just sure of it. And they can form also within the description alliances and develop new services with global companies and support businesses' activities for our group. So yeah, this is just great. They are really getting aggressive, and they're going to pay this person about $60,000 a year, but you have to know that in Japanese companies, they have very good bonuses twice a year. So it might seem low, but the benefits are great, including the bonuses. And actually, they only expect this position to work 7.5 hours a day. Yeah, that's pretty good. And lots of holidays. Anyway, yep. Welcome to Japan with holidays. And Ripple is no different. They are just still very, very busy in India. Here is a senior integration engineer that was posted 3 days ago. Ripple is looking for an integration engineer that will be able to help grow our expanding network of financial institutions by providing clients and partners with seamless access to RippleNet via their internal payment systems. So it is going strong all around the world, everybody. It really is. So I keep myself in check, making sure that this company is going in the right direction, and I do believe that it is. All right, we are jumping into the fluff already. So I want to talk about not so much no theater, but it's related to no theater. So no theater is a performance art that happens, well, originally it took place outside, but it has since now moved into some very beautiful, beautiful theaters inside. There's 70 theaters in Japan, I believe now, and it is an ancient form, a lot of people say it's like Shakespeare. I'm not so sure I totally agree with that comparison, but it's an old traditional performance on stage that has been really popular since the 14th century. And you might recognize it. It's always done with a mask. And so it's a very heavy performance art. It's deep. It's got a lot of history. It's sometimes hard to understand. They speak in a very old dialect, but in their intermission, they have what's called kyogen. And that intermission is usually just maybe 10 minutes long. And there is a new star in Japan. His name is Tara Mizuno, and he is just 5 years old, and he has taken up this form of traditional Japanese comic theater. So it's a form of comic relief in the middle of very heavy plays, and it is just, like I said, usually performed for only 10 minutes. And you can just fall in love with this little guy. Let me see if I can show you. So here he is with his teacher. His teacher is Mr. Moyama. Yeah, Moyama. And he is 40 years old, and he helps this little guy master his voice because the voice is very unique to the old Japanese dialogue. And you can see he's not shy at all. In fact, after his first performance in June, he said that he really had so much fun. So his dad introduced him. What a lucky little guy this guy is. His dad introduced him to swimming, calligraphy, karate, but it was kyogen that he became interested in, and it is what he liked. So it was like, no thanks to swimming, calligraphy, and karate, but kyogen, I like it. So when he performed his first performance in June in front of 400 people, he did it without any hesitation at all. And it was just really delightful to see him. Here he is practicing, and you can hear this special old Japanese dialogue voice. So here he is practicing what he was, well, I don't think this is actually the performance he did because I saw that in another video, but I just wanted you to be able to hear this very special voice.
やりたいって言ってやってくれる分にはこっちは別にいいことですし。
Oh, so cute. So I think this is his very first performance. So I think it was really funny and everyone enjoyed him. He's going to be a big superstar, I'm sure. Someone to watch. All right, everybody. Yeah, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.